I decided just to keep it simple for this one, for demonstration purposes, and what I'm going to do, I marked these off. From here over, I'm going to reduce the diameter of this section to about 5/8 of an inch, and then I'm just going to cut 3 grooves, V-grooves in here, and then probably round off this corner, and then I'll round off the back end at this mark here. So my finished whistle will be 4 inches long. And that's basically all I'll do. Sometimes as I get turning though, I change my mind, so you never know. I'm going to do most of that off camera because anybody watching this probably already knows how to do that stuff. It's just spindle turning. And I'll be back when I get that finished, and we'll move on to the last step, which is making the reed to fit in there and actually make this thing work. Well, I finished the turning and did pretty much what I said I was going to do, except I made a little design element here on the end where I tapered it down. That's my attempt at making a mouthpiece. Actually, I don't want to lie to you, that was a mistake. When I was sizing it, I went a little too deep on this end, so I decided to turn it into a design element. So that's what we have. I think it'll work out just fine. So next step, I'm going to give it a quick sanding, probably just with some maybe 180 grit, 220 grit, something like that. And at this point you could also put a finish on. What I intend to do with the finished product is to buff it, so I'm going to leave it plain. And then I'll part it off and show you how to make the reed to fit inside there. Okay, I finished the turning. Here's the finished product. And you can see I rounded off the end, put 3 grooves, and then I burnt them with a piece of wire just to darken them, to make them stand out a little more. And that's about it. And you can see my design element here. Mistake. Now the thing we're going to do next is make a reed to fit in there to make the thing actually whistle, because if you blow on it now, just nothing. So what we do is we take a 3/8 inch piece of dowel, about an inch, inch and a half in length. It of course will fit in there, and we need to cut a flat spot on it. And to do that, what I do is I use a little small finger plane, or I suppose you could use any kind of a plane, but that seems to work good because it's small. And I'll hold it in this clamp here, this hand screw clamp, and on the top I will plane off a flat spot. And you want that flat spot to be about 1/16 of an inch. I find works pretty good for me. Anywhere from 1/16 to 1/8, and it's just a matter of trial and error till you get it just right. And to do that, first I plane it off till what I think is about it, and then I can kind of test fit it and see the amount of space I have there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's a little small yet, so I'll plane a little more off it. Better to take too little than too much. Okay. I think we're almost there. I'm just going to take a couple more swipes. Nice thing about using the plane is you're taking very small shavings, so you can sneak up on the perfect diameter. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to test it, and you want to insert it in the hole with the flat spot lined up with your cut slot, and push it in till it's just right up to the edge of the slot and also running parallel with the slot. And I don't know if you can see that, but you see the gap there. That's about what you want to find. And you can test it. Okay, it's not working quite yet, so maybe we got to take a little more, or pull it back a little bit. Okay, still not quite right, so I'm going to take just a little bit more off of that. Let's see if that does the trick. There we go. Okay, that's much better. Okay, now I'm going to glue it in place, and for that I'll have to get my Ceranoacrylate or CA glue. Just a minute, please. Okay, using a thin CA glue, I'm just going to put a couple drops here and let them run down into the joint between the dowel and the body. So we're going to let that dry, or you could use a couple shots of accelerator, which I happen to have ran out of, so I can't do that. But I'm going to just prop it up here and let that dry out, and then take it over the bandsaw and cut off the end. And that's it. It's finished. Well, I'll just take it over and buff it out. But I don't know if you can see that, but there's the slot in it, and it works. I'll buff it out and give you a shot of the final product, and just say for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.